Hello everyone, welcome to another sortie on the Growling Sidewinder's World War II server. This time I decided to fly for the Axis, just for the heck of it. Lately I've been flying so much for the Allies, I figured I'd try something new, and it's been months and months since I've flown up in any of the Axis warbirds, particularly the Bf-109, so I'm very much out of practice. But I jumped in and I hadn't realized how short the Dunkirk strip is. So I'm kind of casually accelerating along, and before I know, just as I'm lifting off, I see the fence coming, flying right past my wheels. So that was a close call on takeoff. So anyway, airborne, and I decided to head for the Cape Grenade, which is the usual hunting ground of the Mozzies. Um, I wasn't interested since I was out of practice with the Bf-109. I wasn't really interested in dogfighting any fighters, but I figured, I can go after the mosquitoes that were sort of trying to to attack the coastal defenses. I know I've flown missions in the Mosquito, and this is one of the favorite areas because it's relatively less defended compared to the airfields. So a lot of players like to fly there. And when I got close, I saw this trail in the water. So I'm guessing this must have been a mosquito that got shot down either by a fighter or probably by the coastal defenses. So you could kind of still see the fire in the water, which is weird. But I think that mosquito is just under the surface. This looks like just like a glitch in DCS. But bit as it may, I flew over. I didn't find anybody, so I knew they're going to come back. So whoever got shot down there was probably going to come back to finish the job. So I decided to head down and sort of explore the coastal area. And like I said, I've mostly been flying for the Allies and exploring the British side of the map. So I haven't really flown on the French coast. So I wanted to check it out. And it's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. So I'm flying low level, partly because I want to check out the scenery, partly because I really want to avoid any entanglements with fighters. I'm not skittish, but I want to get some more experience before I go up against the Spit. Uh, and look at that gorgeous green water. It's just so beautiful. So I flew down south, then I decided to turn back up north, and I figured maybe there would be somebody up by Cape Grenade by then, but there was nobody. So I figured I'd fly toward the British coast, and I know the Mozzies are going to be skipping the water, coming in at very low levels. So I was going to intercept them over the channel. So once again, I don't want to give away my position, so I'm staying away from ships. I'm flying low, and I'm keeping my eyes open for anything that's close to the water. So I turned up north and I flew toward the British coast, but I must have missed them because I couldn't find anybody. So eventually I turned back and headed for Cap Grenade. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see this dot coming my way, and it's getting larger and larger faster. So I know this is no Mozzie. This is a fighter. I didn't know if it was a Spit or a Mustang. So there he is. He's coming, and when he gets close, he opens fire and misses. I went up. I had plenty of energy, so I went for the vertical, and I had a good opportunity. He had one good turn here, but I was in a good position to take shots, and I missed. Perhaps I was a little overexcited, but so was this other guy, because if you see his plane kind of dropping his wings left and right, I think he pulled too hard and lost control. And then on top of that, he made a capital mistake. Having low airspeed, he decided to pull for the vertical, and it cost him. I took out his entire tail group and a couple of ailerons or something. I don't know, but it was just an easy kill. So here's the Mustang sort of fluttering down, and then in the last second there is a parachute. So I was glad to see the parachute open up. I would have hated to see that guy go down with the stricken Mustang. So I'm happy now, and I'm all proud of myself. First victory in a long time in the Bf-109. So I resume my course for Cap Grenade. Still looking on the horizon for any enemy mozzies. And then I forgot to look behind me, and all of a sudden my dashboard starts shaking, and I know that I've been hit. Um, and I wasn't really sure. It turned out he hit the tip of my wing. Um, he started firing from pretty far away, but it turned out to be a spit. And here I made a capital mistake. I should have followed him in a two-circle fight. Instead, I turned stupidly into him. And anybody who's flown a spit knows that it's going up against a spit in a one-circle fight is not a good idea. So having realized my mistakes, I sort of headed for the deck, and I know that my fighter is actually faster. So my usual tactic in the Bf-109 is to present a low profile and use the rudder to kind of kick it around a little bit and just give him a harder target to shoot at. So I'm staying fast, I'm staying low, and still headed for the coast. And the spit is falling behind. I wasn't sure if he was following me or not, but I was headed for Cape Grenade just in case he was still behind me. I was going to take him over the coastal defenses and see if they can shoot him up a little. And then once I'm over the coasts, I can use the terrain and that smoke to hide and then turn around and get him on a forward pass. But as I get close to, so at this point, it doesn't seem like that spit was following me. So as I got close to the coast, off in the distance, I saw that there was somebody there. There was another dot, and I wasn't sure who it was, but it was a bigger dot, and it was moving slower, so I knew this was a mosquito. So since target opportunity presented itself, I said, why not take him down? Forget the spit. Unfortunately, I was going too fast, so I took a few shots and I missed. But that guy seemed to not have noticed me. And then finally he sees me, pulls hard to the left and up, and that gives me a chance to take him out. So there he is on smoking. Turns out the spit followed me, but he was also too fast, so he couldn't pull that turn and get his guns on me. So I went back to my usual course. And course of action. So I flew over the coast, and I was hoping that the coastal defenses would take some shots. But then, I flew through the smoke. I couldn't really find the spit afterwards. I kind of wanted to open up the distance. And in the end, I decided that discretion is the better part of valor, so I headed back. There was a notice that the server is shutting down in like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, and I was like, I want to make it home. So I flew back to Dunkirk, and as I'm flying, the pattern, gear down, flaps down, and then the server ran out of time, and just as I'm turning on the base leg, preparing for the final, the server just quit and I couldn't finish the run.